I can't believe it. He was a living, breathing human one moment, and the next...
Another fine piece of work by our dear colleague, I'm afraid.
What in the world has been
A lot.
What?
You could stand to be less surprised. We are...
तो क्या हुआ रे यार, ना लाइव स्ट्रीम बंद हो गया था, टावर का दिक्कत दे दिया था, इसलिए वापस मेरे को स्टार्ट करना पड़ा। दिक्कत नहीं, कुछ दिन दिक्कत देगा, उसको मैं पीसी बिल्ड कर रहा हूँ छोटे, एक अच्छा सा महंगा वाला, फिर कुछ दिक्कत नहीं देगा, दबा के लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग करूँगा।
I tell everyone who asks that you once crossed swords with...
Then again...
It almost sounds...
No.
Dottore is currently still experimenting with his new... As for the human mutation, I believe this is simple. That radiant beast was once a subordinate. Also, those of us who fought Dottore have been afflicted. As such, not cry.
मैं कर रहा हूँ, एक पीसी बिल्ड कर रहा हूँ मैं।
This is so much. While these exceptions...
My thanks to Her
हो जाए ना आराम से,
Majesty.
फिर दिक्कत नहीं
I
देगा
will
मेरे को
pass
कुछ
these
इतना।
good tidings on to Sandrone.
जाएंगे थोड़े पैसे जेब से बिल्ड करने में, यही बात आ जाती है। बाकी क्या?
Her
अभी
Majesty has
पीसी
also
महंगा हो गया
declared that
उल्टा
she...
और।
By the way...
बहुत महंगा हो गया है।
I'm afraid I have bad...
What? Why? Since when does Dottore have a bone pit with him?
That is indeed the question.
This won't do. I have to rescue him.
कितने तक का मुझे पूरा नॉलेज है? वही दिक्कत है, बस दिक्कत नहीं है अपना आसूसी मार्केट को इतना रैम बनाने के लिए। अभी जब तक बना ले, जल्दी बना जाए तो अच्छी बात है, वरना मेरे को अभी बिल्ड करना पड़ेगा, वरना मैं और ज़्यादा वेट नहीं कर सकता। को भी बिल्ड कर देना पड़ेगा। 1.5 लाख के अंदर बिल्ड हो जाएगा। सोचो लैपटॉप ले लो।
Considering,
hey, don't be...
I hope you're wrong.
ठीक है, कल सुबह।
You're right on time.
Thanks. Hey, do you think I'll get that
gliding exam exemption?
कर ले, बिल्ड हो जाएगा।
I made sure I was on my
behavior in Mondstadt?
I'll help you apply, don't worry. For now, let's see what we have here.
What are the doctor...
They are very... Thanks to... Since you have the power of the Dragon Durin within you...
That's true.
I've been thinking... That was not to mention the operating principles. The clue was that... Now, all this presumes a I almost wonder... It is at once a master... I suspect only lesser... But back to the energy field before us. If this... Could this mean...
Should we give it...
We should.
Ha! It works!
Clear signs of this... Now you try.
All right.
Switch to Abyssal... No surprises there. I now feel
But the energy field is huge. How...
We don't have to neutralize it completely. That's all for the...
So you knew I was here?
Huh? When did you get here?
A while ago.
Very thoughtful of...
With what?
A little test.
Nice! This time it tore...
Tremendous.
Should we go through?
We probably shouldn't risk having mutually antagonistic energies in such close...
Sounds sensible to me. Keep your eyes...
Don't worry, I got this.
What do you mean?
It's based on a new alchemical concoction I developed.
Glad I asked.
Live! Coming to be! Burst forth! Live! The wind rises.
Like I thought. Beyond a certain distance, we can't see the opening where we came in. Maybe that's to prevent people from escaping.
Sounds like Dottore style to me. Not much has changed. Things are basically the same here as they were before the energy field appeared.
They have no heartbeat and they're not breathing. We can only assume. Also,
It's watching us.
what are you trying to tell us?
Doesn't seem eager to talk. I guess maybe it's just an animal.
Let's keep looking around.
Burst forth! Live! Squall fury!
Same situation everywhere. Not a living
Well,
is skirting around.
just being caught.
Too slow. Careful.
Please. Help us. Please.
Over there.
Please.
What happened here?
I don't know. I still...
It looks like there's a huge... Maybe each energy field is its own...
He's swapping human minds with those of animals. Those people may have lost...
We should go.
Agreed.
Behold! Upon the gale. Huh. Squall and fury. You're back!
We saw some things.
We should share our findings with the others.
Yes? Who is it?
Miss Nefer, we found a way to break through the energy fields. With enough control, it's possible to tear them open using elemental energy. Also, we managed to take a look inside. Dottore is carrying out his cruel experiments on an immense scale. Any residents who have failed to evacuate in time will
Sounds like he's living down to our expectation.
Might I ask how things are proceeding on your end?
I'm just about to get started. I'll be in touch once I have a...
Understood.
I will.
Well, Nefer, I'll link up with you once my
What makes you think I'd need...
I'll need it.
Let's begin. Entering simulation mode. A vast wasteland. I was expecting... Wait.
What are you looking at? In that case, I'll look at it with you. I want to know all about everything you've seen and experienced. Is there somewhere I should return to? Or should I stay here and be the hero everyone says I am? I don't dislike my current life. Roaming the land, fighting battles, accomplishing missions, earning a living, looking after Paimon. I guess the only thing that's missing is that you're...
This is the conscious layer, which contains a person's true feelings. It is filled with both longing and...
I suppose anyone who lives long enough ends up wishing for someone who can't be there.
Time to delve a little deeper.
Nasha Town is hardly the optimal...
What are you trying to say?
Oh, don't be nervous. I was just thinking where might make a good starting point for your journey. Perhaps I should send you further afield. Conria.
Conria ceased to exist.
Once again, you fail to understand the possibilities that the Tri-Lune creates. Anything that has existed in the past, You simply do not wish to see that happen. That might be because you... If we are to collaborate, we...
Oh no.
What are you... What are you gonna do?
Don't move. Something unwanted has crept into... Oh?
Did you save?
If I hadn't cut the connection, Dottore might have caught you from the other side and destroyed you. This was a good idea, but once is plenty. You were exceptionally brave.
Thanks, but now's not...
Albedo speaking.
I think I know where he is.
What is this endless... I can't see anything. What happened?
Ah, sorry about that. I take it you didn't know.
Could it be Nefer?
Do you think she's aware of your current circumstances? Oh dear. Have I stunned you into silence? I only wanted to slow down your time a little so I could stop your intruder in her tracks. I must say, I'm finding the ability to adjust the flow of time rather intriguing. A whole month passed before you opened your eyes again, but only for you. No one else was affected. I dare say this is something only...
Point taken. You've proven once again that you have God-tier power.
Oh, you misunderstand. This wasn't about proving a point. I was testing things out. I find I learn best by doing, and I have to admit, I only wanted to make you sleep for a short while, but it ended up lasting a whole month. Clearly some finesse is required to wield the authority over time as I would. I hope you're not angry with me. It was only a month's discrepancy.
You could have frozen me for millions of years. So much for collaboration. You aren't showing much sincerity.
Millions of years? I wonder if you don't understand humans all that well. They are... If I had you sit here for a week, I imagine people might sympathize. But if I left you here for 100, 1,000, or 10,000 years, the sheer size of that number would cause it to lose all meaning to them. They would not have the capacity to comprehend your suffering, and thus they could not empathize. Unfortunately, while gods do exist in Teyvat, it is ordinary humans that account for most of the... Their lifespans are so limited. Their bodies so... Your long life and unique origins make you fundamentally different from...
Alien?
Even I feel bad for you sometimes. This world has made you into a slave. So many times you have served its will, and not once Have the powers that be ever thought to grant you the one simple thing you wish for? You have been treated most unfairly. I can change that.
I've entered the past 3 times at this. For instance, beyond each point being further back in time than the last, what determines the specific look? So far, the common thread linking all 3 scenarios is that the traveler has been present. But it's more than that. I know I sensed something familiar around him. I'll keep this question in mind as I carry on.
Humans, you never change. Always trying to use powers you neither comprehend.
This looks like Star Sand Shoal. Was this before Rerir regained his physical form?
You've messed with the cannon again, huh? Sorry, but this round's not gonna go—
The cannon. That's right. I was at Silver Moon Hall, and right after that, came an ominous power emanating from stars.
My body was once torn into countless pieces and hurled into the swirling chaos of time itself.
I wonder if I could try to prevent his resurrection. But how would I do it? What?
Traveler, behind you! Look at that light!
No, I won't make— He's using the Kuvaki shield, like I taught him. Is he going to use it to block the cannon's beam? He's strong. I'm sure he can manage. But the force released when the beam impacts the shield might lead to collateral— He's the island. The Frost Moon's—
A question, if I may. When the cannon's
Maybe that really was me after all. Well, future me. But I don't— There's no time. I have— Oh, Frost, if you can hear me, if you can sense my call, then please, heed me once more! Did it work?
Hey, hey, call him, Bina!
Oh.
It's 3 in the afternoon.
And your coffee, right? It's so bitter.
It's like you were raised by wolves in a forest or something. What did you drink growing up? Grass tea?
The Frost Moon Scion.
Then I'll bet you've never eaten one of these before.
It smells delicious.
That's because it's a Fontanian recipe. Rosaline will be here shortly. Hey, at least let me finish before you or did the rules not apply to you because you're—
These—
Of course they are.
I was worried they might contain traces of—
What? You know, there's something I've always wanted to ask you. I mean, I'm sure their food was awful. But there's
Well, life there didn't go quite—
What were you expecting? You're a god. Your followers are gonna make some demands of you. Surely you can just answer a few prayers here and there in return for the free food and drink. How—
Well, would you help other people? The doctor told me that you were created by a great mechanic.
The Lord Artificer.
Oh, Lord Artificer.
Not Sitzenkreuz.
Yes, That was it. Narcissa.
You must be joking.
Exactly.
Huh. What do you know? Or in his later years, Alain did ask me if there was anything I wanted to do.
Who's Alain?
He was the... You know what? Never mind. You're not gonna remember. Anyway, the point... Let me ask you this.
A place where people... I'd also like the freedom to come and go as I please. And ideally, it would be somewhere with the smell of coffee and snacks.
Not to burst your bubble, but no such place exists in the world. Now, take your snacks and scram.
Did I? Of course. I dreamed of events from my past. Sandrone, I miss you all back there. I guess I managed. Time is flowing backwards here. And that mystery ally everyone... I can sense that there isn't much more power remaining. What lies at the end of all of this? And... will I ever find my... It's getting harder and harder to use my power. I'm no match for the Abyss in this state. I need to avoid the contaminated fragments. Time to go. I wonder where I'll find myself this time. The final night.
Difficult, yes.
Seems like they're searching for information. Was this?
To expose the true intent.
Are my actions changing the past? Or are they simply completing a process? Is all of this... If I choose not to help them now...
Hope we don't...
They're my friends. I can't not help... And the other one was... here.
Hey! Another file's moving!
That should do it. Luanatar? You... Wait! Luanatar. So she's that familiar. She's always. But why Luanatar? Is it because she has a connection? That's. I cannot say this is likely my final chance to. It's now. Where's Luanatar? No. Think. Oh wait, do I? And if I return to Tori's, even if I manage to get back, how can I can't. I have to. Wait. I know what I.
Speaking of home,
but how do I commute? Should I write it down? I need some.
Some sort of breeze blew by.
It was I who. That's why I could sense a familiar. And also because we have a deep connection.
Hey there!
And the reason why. No wonder I said back then.
Go on. Go on now. We've got stuff to do. Best you find.
Hey, you.
I'll be counting on you. Remember to stay by the truck. Oh. And bring him to the garden where the moon prayer blossoms. You too. As for mine.
How would you like to experience the thrill of never being held accountable for your actions? Believe me, such a life.
What point is he? Why would you?
The creation of a god's laboratory is the perfect. Mortals are found
So the condition for entering the new world is to take it. Could I really bring myself to kill others for my own?
Have you made up your mind?
Your playground is no place for me. You're putting your hopes in the wrong person. But we both know I'm not quite the hero you say I am either. I have my own reasons for the journey I'm on. And they aren't all selfless.
You've grown a lot since we last met. But there are still things you are unwilling to compromise on. Why don't I lower my requirements a little as a gesture of goodwill? I'll give you a little time to learn to be a less noble soul. That'll make things much easier.
I really doubt I could live that sort of life.
And yet you already sound less defiant than a moment ago. The benefits appeal to you because you can read the sign. Why don't we return to my research facility? Your last visit was so rushed. There is much. Now to that question,
Heroes don't attack from behind. Guess I'm no hero.
This is most disappointing.
You're still gonna call me Hat Guy after that, huh? I didn't see anyone else in there who needed saving. It's nothing. I'll be fine. Why are you looking at me like that? Is it that shocking that I'd come to you? I owed you a favor back in... Distracting Dottore was tough. I won't... He's not gonna fall for the same trick twice. That was my one shot. I'd hoped to use it to take him out. Dottore doesn't recognize me. But his segments were originally made based on an I expect it's only a matter of time before he...
So Dottore doesn't recognize Wanderer because he deleted himself from Irminsul. Did he really miss his only chance for revenge by saving...
Why the long face? Hey, and I'm not complaining either. Everyone would be pretty stuck with...
How are you holding up? Are you all right? Hat Guy said to put safety first, so we agreed to run it.
You don't look injured. It seems...
Alright. Rhett, there's a lot more...
Understood. I don't see what's so awesome about it, though. Does he really think everyone else is as immature as him? I'm not...
I thought you might say that. How's your progress?
Quite promising, actually. That alchemist Albedo gave me a few ideas. Remember how I asked you to look up some files for me? That stuff on the Nachtspitzenkreuz Institute. Alain Guilton despised Renee's...
I thought Alain was like a father to you.
And?
I would applaud them for it. That would mean that they have surpassed...
For all we know, Alain Guilton might, once you die...
Hey, come on out. They're back.
Huh? You're back? And your head's still screwed on? And you still have a...
What does it look like? Way to keep your composure, madam.
Excuse you. I am perfectly composed.
Glad you're okay. Yes, it's a huge relief.
Worry? Oh, yeah, right. You think we, the Fatui...
We were worried.
Hey!
The Traveler and I were already friends. You are free to join this mission in whatever capacity you please. Much like your tea party.
It's a laugh a minute with you guys.
I must say, I was quite surprised when Mr. Albedo told me he would need no additional aid.
We discussed this on our way back as well. I am rarely so unequivocal, but in this case, we had full confidence in Hat Guy.
He said he knew what he was doing. Albedo and I pretty much had to just wait outside on standby. Meanwhile, Hat Guy broke into the energy field and rescued the Travelers.
You didn't have to mention that.
Well, I'm thoroughly impressed. You are a force to be reckoned with.
Is he back? Is he really back? Traveler! It's really you!
You can finally breathe easy, Paimon.
It's great to have you back in one piece! Look at them. You know, once you reach my age, there's nothing better than watching a misty-eyed reunion between—
It's nothing. Same goes when you get to my age, too. I bet Aino and Anefa would be tearing up as well if they were here.
Varka, I'm not sure Anefa can cry.
Oh, yeah, good point. Hey, your eyes are looking a little red and puffy.
What?
Everyone, I'm sorry for all the trouble I caused you while I was being—
The three moon goddesses were even more powerful than we imagined. No wonder Dottore believes himself to be equal to the gods. Maybe even superior.
Utter blasphemy.
While everyone was gone, Nefer and I made an interesting discovery. And I believe Miss Sandrone has something to share too. Ma'am?
Called it. Getting rid of a pesky troublemaker like her is like trying to clean up after—
Our next step is to find a way to bring her—
A place where time flows backwards, with no destination in sight. Surely it must have been created for a specific purpose.
It sounds like she... The question is...
We considered that question as—
Indeed not. Every road has an end.
Nicole!
I do, in fact. It's something I've always done at our mages' tea parties. Quiet. You wonder what but where
What about...
All things do. In the beginning, no moons adorned the sky. They were shadowed, but then one day...
Like I thought. No more paths back, but how can I be sure that I'm going the right way without scenes from reality to keep me on track? I can't even be sure of how long I've been walking for. The further they can just materialize out of thin air. Is that the ray here of Solnari?
You are the moon goddess. But please, there's no need.
I find that a little difficult to believe.
The way you used my own power against me was... And then, in the final moment before I was thrown into this space, I got to see an old friend.
Mr. Dainsleif.
Right. It was so long ago now. When I first got here, I was filled with hatred. How I cursed and devoured. I tore everything here apart. I was consumed by the desire to leave this place and have my... but to no avail. This is the second time I've entered this space. Though I have no memory of the first. I was torn to shreds, but this time I survived. It must be partly because of this new body, and partly because of all the Kuvaki I absorbed in Nodcry.
Are you the source of the abyssal power in here?
Not all of it. Some is from when I first arrived here, but there was already a degree of abyssal power here before I entered. And like a...
Tried to. So...
Yes.
What do you mean?
The voices in my head. And then...
Her?
The Lindis.
Never mentioned that she saw a memory of the Lindis leaping into the moon's reflection.
More precisely, I saw her after image. I'm sure the real her is long gone. She was just an ordinary Conrian. She couldn't have survived here for very long. Anyway, why have you come here?
If I hadn't escaped through the moon gate, my friends would have been in far greater danger.
No.
What?
You'd like to know how I know. The one who resurrected me said so. I could hear a deep lust for power.
Do you mean...
Dottore. So that's what he's called. He'd been collecting fragments of my body for a long time. All so that he could resurrect me at the moment of his choosing. I had no interest in his research. But being as corroded by the abyss as I was, we were aligned as far as hunting the moons and recovering my strength.
So that's why the Wild Hunt suddenly became so active in Nodcry. When I left the Fatui in my weakened state, Dottore must have felt that his time had come.
Moon Goddess.
What?
I know this is a lot to ask, especially from someone who tried to kill you. If you refuse, I won't fight it. But this is the only thing I desire now.
What do you want?
I'd like you to take a message to Thelindis for me.
Thelindis?
Yes, she's dead. But like I said, I saw her afterimage. I can sense that some part of her soul remains here.
Why don't you go and speak to her yourself?
I can't. I don't know why, but all I can see is a glimpse of her walking. In return, I will clear these abyssal obstacles for you. No, not in return. I'll clear them for you, whether you want to help me or not. Yeah. Why, indeed. I've been asking myself that question a lot recently. Why did I... I'm tired of it all. Tired of the person I became. People used me. And then I turned around and started using others. I think I grew tired of it long ago. But I wouldn't admit...
What do you wish to tell her?
All of it. My past. My mistakes.
Is it okay if I give her the abridged version?
Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty you can skip over. Just tell her the important parts. Whatever you think that means.
Like the part where you relentlessly tried to kill us?
It's love demands honesty. But my relationship with Thelindis was built on lie. We hid too much from each other. But after living my whole life in the shadows, I don't want to hide any... There.
Even though Mr. Dainsliff felt he had to fight you, I think he still regarded you as a friend. He said that you betrayed him, but he also felt great remorse at never having understood what you were truly...
Why tell me this?
Because... if he'd known that someone could take a message to you, I believe that's what he would have said.
I know this will sound strange coming from me, but... don't die, Moon Goddess. I can tell that you're determined to get out of here.
He kept his word. The abyss is no longer obstructing my path. Is that Thelindis? She wasn't far off at all. And yet, they can never meet. Hello, Miss Thelindis.
Who are you? How do you know my...
You can call me Columbina. I promised Rerir that I'd bring a message to...
Rerir? My Rerir? Is he well?
He's... doing better than he was.
Better than he was, huh? Sounds like he's had
Others have had a rough time on his account too. In many cases, Their time ran out because of him. And I'm not just talking about the children of the Crimson Moon.
So, things got worse before they got better. Could you tell me?
Are you sure you wish to know?
Yes. This is my opportunity to learn the truth.
I admire your courage. However, time is short. I cannot stay here for long. Rerir had seeds of hatred in his heart, and many people nursed them for their own ends. On some level, everything he did was to try and find a way to see you again, but in the end, he came to regret his mistakes. He wanted to apologize for hiding his past from you. Beyond that, he did not say specifically what it was he wished to convey to you, but I'm sure that you've always been on his mind. You are what has kept him going over all these years.
I'm sorry, Miss Columbina. This is so upsetting.
It's all right. I understand. Well, that's everything from me. So...
Wait. Time flows backwards here. The road ahead only leads further and further into the past.
I know. I intend to reach the end of that road.
Without a moon marrow, without the 3 moons' power, you won't make it far. Wait, unless... Are you?
You could say that.
I see. I often think, and it's not just me, it's this whole place. Wherever it is, it seems like it's... I must seem so ridiculous. I can't answer these basic questions. Thinking back, I was suddenly overcome with fear and terror in that moment. I used to be a researcher at the Universitas Magistrorum in Conria. Rerir was one of the Venster King's retainers. With me, he was in an impossible position. It plagued him constantly. I wanted to help him escape his lot in life. I wanted him to be happy. At the time, I thought I could just go back to the day that the Vinster King first found the princess. It was only after meeting the princess that the Vinster King started going too far with his research into the Abyss. That was the day all of our woes began. I thought I could stop the king from ever meeting her and solve everything. I couldn't kill the Vinster King himself, so I had to find another way to save Rayrir. That's why I wanted to go back. To kill the person who had brought new possibilities to us. I'm sure it was a futile endeavor, but the Abyss probably enhances the basest human desires. So I naively hoped I could change everything. But I was simply too weak. Like a speck of I know I'm never getting out of here. But you're different. You can make it, and I want to help you.
How do you plan to help me?
Have you noticed the golden energy that based on my past research and my observations since coming here, I believe they carry you forward faster. I can share what I've learned, and help you understand the pattern in which this... I think you just might... Now, I know you will be able to change the past. Also, I've been speculating about where this phase ends. The documentation was scanned, but from what I know of the legends, I have no way of verifying any of it by this point.
Understood.
I'm the one who should be thanking you. If you hadn't entered this realm of everlasting death, what use would my deductions be? Thanks to you, they have some meaning. About Rayrir,
It wasn't your fault.
That's not true. Because we both feared bringing trouble upon each other, neither of us ever told the truth. And that dishonesty sealed our fate. But enough about that. I wish you a safe journey, Miss... And may the outside world never have to experience pain like this again. Rayrir, you're there, aren't you? I cannot see you, because you exist in the future. I expect we'll be trapped in this prison of space-time for all eternity. But please, gaze upon the past, and then sit for a while. Let's find a place to sit down together, just like we did when we first met.
How long have I been walking? How much further till I reach the end? Is there even an end to be everything's getting blurry. Are you all right, little sister? Have you come from the distant future?
Exactly did the moons just disappear? Shouldn't it?
The world is a vast and ancient place.
Miss Nicole explained that the moon goddesses likely perished in the War of Funerary Flame.
Am I missing something then? 'Cause the stories say that... You're right!
Why do their birthplaces differ? What's the difference between the two generations?
Also, remember what Sandrone said?
Technically, the result of the scan... In other words, this piece of information alone isn't enough for us to know...
Yep. We have no way of staying up to date on whether she's dead or alive. She's on her own. But at least she's trying her best to get back to it. Yeah. She's a tough cookie. As much as that maniac is going to devour everything in his path until he reaches us. We need to find someone or something that can stop him before he does. I'll be frank. Our only hope of defeating this false god is with a real moon goddess on our side. I'm not just saying this because Columbina's a friend and I want her back safe and sound. And I know that even she was no match for him when he attacked, but I don't have a better—
We're not giving up on saving her, whether she can defeat Dottore or not.
Right. Don't worry, Miss Sandro.
No one's trying to argue that we can only just...
So, she's more than just a moon goddess?
Absolutely.
Duh! She's part of the gang! And you are too.
Yes, I know. You don't need to— Anyway, as for how we get Columbina back, I've been working on it constantly. But I think I'm still lacking certain information about— I'd probably get there if I could continue my calculations, but the problem is, I've run out of computing power.
Computing power? You mean—
No, the issue isn't energy, it's processing power. There's so much data to get through that the whole process has just—
That's a tricky problem.
René de Petrichor of the Nazissenkreuz Ordo once foretold— However, that won't work for me. His methodology was vastly— Ugh, this is so annoying. If I'd known we'd run into a bottleneck like this— Well, no.
Oh, what do we do then? How about we grab a
You don't get it. And I need accurate results, not big prophecies. Where the heck am I gonna find the computing power for that? Ahem.
Either way, we've done what we can. Rest well, everyone. Remember to let us know if anything new comes up.
Hat guy? Is he hinting that we should talk outside?
Let's go somewhere a little more private. You know that Dory went back to Sumeru, right?
Yeah, she mentioned she was planning to—
Things aren't looking good for Nodcry. She's gone to spread the word so that Sumeru has a chance to prepare for the worst. From what I know of Dottore, there are two possible reasons why he hasn't made a move yet. One is that he's still working through some kinks in his new powers. The other is, he wants to see how we're going to react. He'll easily devour everything eventually, so I guess he's in no rush to make it happen. The first false god he made was me. Now it's his turn. Even though my records were erased from Irminsul, Dottore's ideas haven't changed. He once told me that becoming a god was like turning yourself into a hungry wolf or giant serpent to devour the moon. He's always wanted to get his greedy hands on divine authority one way or another. And in the end, he devoured the moon where in the desert of Sumeru, there is a chessboard built by King Deshret, also known as Al-Ahmar. I don't know if it was a real game, or if he was just trying to challenge his servants and citizens in some way, but creating games and setting rules. Gods do that as a matter of course. That's the kind of power Dottore craves. Now he has the Trilunar Authority. His power is leagues beyond the common people. I don't think there's any point in other nations rushing to the front line. They're better off focusing on defense and hoping they can fend off any threats that spill out from Nodcry. Either way, Dory will inform Lesser Lord Kusanali, and she will contact the other gods in turn. The Seven will have some recourse available. If nothing else, their protection should keep the rest of the world from descending into chaos as quickly as Nodcry has. So on the bright side, even if Nodcry is doomed, your friends in other nations won't be in any immediate peril.
That's good to know. But I'm not ready to give up on Nodcry yet.
There's a word for people who refuse to let anything go. It's called being greedy.
Maybe it sounds greedy to you, and probably naive too. But whatever you call it, that's what gives me the determination to keep fighting. Battles are fleeting, but the will to fight is a long-term commitment. Give up for—
Why do you always feel the need to do the right thing? No one is born to be a savior. I mean, who's gonna criticize you if you fail or give up?
Don't take this the wrong way, but Dottore said something similar to me. I guess the Fatui attracts people who don't.
Not necessarily. It's less about belief for me. I just want to know how determined you really are. After all, I don't owe anything to anyone else here. Only you.
You look kinda worried.
If your arch-nemesis was about to achieve their ultimate goal, I think you might feel a little worried too.
That's true. Dotori is about to become an omniscient, omnipotent deity. That's gotta be a bitter pill to swallow. Still, you're calmer than I expect.
Obviously, I have to admit that my past self was a reckless fool who misunderstood not only the point of revenge, but how to achieve it. And as much as I want my vengeance, I know I'm not gonna get it by acting alone. Too bad it never taught me any other virtues, though.
So, what's your plan?
I'll get to that. First, tell me, what do you think of Sandro?
Just like Paimon said, she's a friend, part of the gang.
How much do you trust her? This is a serious question. Think carefully.
Although she's with the Fatui, she has her own values, and she's helped us a lot. If nothing else, she's clearly going the... I see no reason not to trust...
If you say so. In that case, the three of us need to talk. I have some thoughts about her computing problem. It can be solved, but it will come with a cost.
How much? If I can afford it, I'll cover...
Sometimes your heroism really backs me into a corner. You know that? Come on, let's go talk to her.
Miss Androne, Traveler.
Hey there.
Paimon's here too! She was just helping them sort through their...
That was fat.
Well, you said it.
Albedo.
I see. Look. If I might ask, what is the end goal for the modified formula you'll be using?
I needed to predict the future of the entire world. But I've run into some teething issues since trying to implement Renee's theory of the four...
I see. I'll have a look at...
About that, it's been sorted.
Oh, with the Traveler's help?
Actually, you're not wrong.
Was it Hat Guy?
Yeah, it was him.
Wow! Go Hat Guy! Seems like all that time studying at the academia is paying off big time.
But where is he? Wasn't he the one who asked Albedo and I to come here?
Come with me.
Hat Guy?
Hat Guy! Can you hear us? No response. I guess he's in hibernation.
Hat Guy mentioned that he was a puppet. It seems that his functions are currently shut down. I presume this has something to do with the solution to your computing problem.
That's right. He and the Traveler came to see me. Wait, what? You have a solution?
Would you calm down? Why do you always react so hysterically to everything?
Excuse me? How would you know? You shouldn't be so quick to judge complete strangers. It's very...
Oh, please. It doesn't take that long to figure out that you have a temper.
Where does a mere student get that kind...
I've actually published more papers than you. Not that status counts for much. Even Paimon's applied for academia admission.
Huh? Are you serious?
See? This is why I can't be bothered to explain myself. She recognizes no one's skills but her...
Okay, fine. I'll hear you out. So, tell me, how do you propose...
This world itself is constantly processing all kinds of information. If it's the world's future you're trying to calculate, you need a processing device that's designed to cope with that volume.
Easier said than done. Only Irminsul can handle that kind... Wait, is that what you're suggesting? But surely we can't just... plug my formula directly into the ley line.
You should be able to tell that I'm not human.
Yeah, I noticed. The technology, though. seems pretty ancient. Very different from Fontaine's. It's a completely different system.
Conrian, to be precise. I'm what they would have called a puppet. Puppets need an energy source and processing power. The artisans who built them sought out the materials most suited for that purpose.
You? Do you mean...
The Traveler and I have talked it over. He's willing to vouch for you. So, I'll allow you to borrow my core for your calculations. It was built using wood from a silver white tree.
Conrian technology and silver wood. Are you sure about this? A puppet with... is he...
Yes, we discussed it. The bottom line is, he trusts me. Let's give it a shot, shall we?
Honestly, I have no clue where this kid even came from. But for whatever reason, he lent me his core to use in my formula. I'm very close to finishing my calculations now, and the core is currently in use. So I'm sorry, but I can only show you this is what the core looks like.
A silver white branch.
Is Hat Guy gonna be okay?
He's not gonna die, right?
In theory, he should be fine. Beyond that, all I can say is that I'll try my best to avoid risk and make sure the core...
I think I know why you called us here now.
Correct. He said that the only ones he trusts...
He will have our undivided attention.
Aww. On a more positive note, things are progressing steadily on my end. I'll call everyone in for a meeting once...
The worst case scenario with the core removal is either a system reset or a core is completely different from a heart. But in the end, it turns out Do you think there's any difference between a puppet and a human? I have already experienced both a past life. Part of me wonders...
Sandrone will succeed, won't she?
She will. We all have to persevere until this is over.
That's right. And I'll protect you all until a moment of victory.
Who are you?
Call me Sonnet. You have the same power as Canon.
Sonnet. So, you're...
Oh, goodness! You recognize me? Well then, what's your name?
Columbina.
Hyposelenia. What a lovely name. Did you choose?
It was a joint effort between me and my friends.
Friends? You mean your friends in the...
Huh?
Oh, sorry. You must be exhausted. I apologize. Hang in there. Let me introduce you to my older sisters.
Do you mean the other two moon goddesses?
Wow, you sure know a lot. Hey, does that mean that our story goes on into the future? Oh, I guess that wasn't the best question. It's alright. We were prepared for that. You could say we were too prepared. When did you get here? How long has it been?
I can't say for sure, but it feels like it's been forever.
We don't have far to go. The place where my sisters and I are based is just up ahead. Don't... Sisters! I'm back! And look who I've brought with me! It's our lovely little sister, born in the far future.
The pleasure is all mine.
Allow me to introduce you to Columbina Hype. This is Arya, the goddess of the eternal moon. And this is Canon, goddess of the frost moon. Canon, don't you think Hyposelenia's power is similar?
Hello, Columbina. I apologize for our startled reaction just now. And please, forgive our little sister if she's been annoying you. She tends to talk a lot.
It's fine.
You seem shy. Don't worry, Columbina Hyposelenia. No one can hurt you here.
Could you tell me where... Please.
This is where Teyvat's...
What? No, please. Continue.
Nibelung. Our original master created us in the...
But he left this world and traveled into the dark universe beyond.
Day and night, we fulfilled our duty in the heavens. Until the day that...
The great ruler of the
The heavenly principles.
Is that what later generations call them? I see. But we did not reject them at first. Nor did they... We coexisted in peace.
Slowly, however, we came to realize that our guest had a growing desire.
And you didn't stop it?
No. There was an order to the rules that we wanted to know if this order would bode good or... All right. Canon and I wanted to know. Sonnet was against it from the outset.
Later, we discovered that this great ruler of the firmament bore an almost paranoid hostility toward... They would even cast down select...
Only this was...
Right. Their rules brought order. I did everything in my power to help
The ancestors of the Frost Moon Scions were some of the ones you helped.
But just when we had decided to take countermeasures, the Dragon King, Nibelung, returned.
And so began the War of Funerary.
So, that's the name the world gave that war in the future.
Well, who won in the end? As far as I know, and the world's
You can tell us that...
Only the Frost Moon remains. but it has been cast beyond the false firmament by the heavenly principle. The eternal and iridescent moons were both shattered during the...
So death finally came for us in the end.
Son.
But you're still here.
A moon goddess cannot live without her moon, Columbina.
She's right. That's why I began to disappear. Because the frost moon is cut off by the false sky.
Our souls may endure within this lunar palace.
And we shall disappear the moment we depart from...
I'm sorry.
There's no need to apologize to us, dear sister. If anything, we owe the world an apology. If only we'd decided to act sooner, rather than arguing amongst ourselves.
All the more reason not to spend this time in regret and repentance. Instead, we should focus our efforts on how we might help our future sisters.
Sorry?
Don't you see, Columbina, your story is not yet over. Is that not why you are here?
It's done. Initiate numerological array. Continue running primary process. Calculate the world's fate through extrapolation. And I did secondary process? Scan for moon. Still 4. The number of moon marrows hasn't changed. Wait, let me think. Is it possible that there's something I've been misunderstanding? Variable. I know where potential variables within the world come from. So what about the moon? Like their life or death, for instance. What if being alive or dead makes no difference to a moon? But that's so strange. Even immortal gods can die. Why would... Wait! If alive or dead is considered a variable, we might have had this wrong the whole time. No one ever said that a moon marrow equals a living moon. We just made that assumption ourselves. Initiate secondary process. Scan again. This time filtering out interfering perimeter. Moon marrow. I don't care if they're natural or artificial. Get them out of my search. Why? It says 3 moons still exist in Teyvat, even after excluding the moon marrows. But we know for a fact that 2 of them are dead. Redo the scan. Narrow the results to living moons and real moons. Why? Why is it still 3? What is this, Columbina? Has the world lied to us? Or are you the one pulling the wool over our eyes?
So, you think that the moon's reflection might be where Nibelung...
Yes, it would explain a lot, such as why that space would respond to a moon goddess's power. Opening the... It would also explain what...
In the messages she sent?
The fact that she's still...
So you're
Yes. I've been giving... This could also...
Sounds like the question is...
Hello? Not only is Columbina alive,
You're lovely. The pleasure is all. Allow me to introduce. This is Arya, and this. It's fine.
You seem shy.
Could you tell me what? Please.
This is...
What?
No, please.
Nibelung, our original master.
But he left
day and night.
The great...
The heavenly...
Is that what we coexist?
Slowly, however. We can...
And you didn't...
No. We wanted to know... All right.
Later, we discovered that this great ruler of the firmament bore an almost paranoid hostility toward... They would even cast down celestial nails. As
only this.
Right. I did every...
The ancestors of the Frostmoon Scions were some...
But just when we had decided to take countermeasures...
And so began the...
So, that's the name the world...
Well, who won in the end?
As far as I know, the Heavenly Principles won. Although it came... And the world's original master, the Dragon King Nibelung, was destroyed.
And what of the moons? Are there still 3 moons in Teyvat?
You can tell us the truth, Columbina. We know we are but remnants of a bygone age. We...
Only the Frost Moon remains. But it has been cast beyond the false firmament by the Heavenly Principles. The Eternal and...
So death finally came for us in the end.
Sonnet.
But... You're still...
A moon goddess cannot live without her moon, Columbina.
She's right.
Our souls may endure within this loop.
And I'm sorry.
There's no need. If anything, if only we did.
All the more instead. Don't you see, Columbina, your story is not yet over. Is that not why you are here?
It's done. Initiate numerological array. Continue running primary process. Calculate the world's fate through extract. Secondary process. Scan for moons. Still 4. The number of moon marrows. Wait, let me think. Is it possible that there's something I've been misunderstanding about the moons all I know where potential variables within the world come from. So what about the moon? Like their life or death, for instance. What if being alive or dead makes no difference to them? But that's so strange. Even immortal gods can die. Why would... Wait! If alive or dead is considered a variable, we might have had this wrong the whole time. Initiate secondary process. Scan again. This time filtering out interfering perimeter. Moon marrow. I don't care if they're natural or artificial. Get them out of my search results!
And look who I brought with me! Sisters! I'm back! And look who I've brought with me! It's our level. The pleasure is Allow me to This is Arya, the goddess of the eternal moon. And this... It's fine.
You seem shocked.
Could you tell me? Please.
This is where
What? No, I'm fine. Please.
Nibelung, our original master.
But he left this
day and night.
The great
the heavenly.
Is that what later we call it?
Slowly, however, we came to.
And you didn't?
No. We wanted to know if this order would bode good or. All right. Canon and I wanted to know.
Later, we discovered that this great ruler of the firmament bore an almost paranoid hostility toward the desire they would even cast down.
Only this was far beyond.
Right. Their rules brought order. I did everything in my power to help the
The ancestors of the Frost Moon Scions were some of the ones you helped.
But just when we had decided to take countermeasures?
And so began.
So, that's the name the world gave that war in the future.
Well, who won in the end?
As far as I know, and the world's original master.
And what if the moons.
You can tell us the truth, Columbina. We know we are but...
The eternal and iridescent.
So death finally came for us.
Son.
But you're still here.
A moon goddess cannot live without her moon, Columbina.
She's right. That's why I began to disappear.
Our souls may endure within this lunar palace.
Then I'm sorry.
There's no need to... If anything, if only we decide...
All the more reason not to spend this time in... Instead, we should focus our efforts on how we might help. Don't you see, Columbina, your story is not yet over. Is that not why you are here?
It's done. Initiate numerological array. Continue running primary process. Calculate the world's fate through extrapolation. And identify nodes of potential change. Secondary process? Scan for Still 4. Wait, let me think. Is it possible that there's something I've been misunderstanding about the moon? I know where potential variables within the world come from. So what about the moons? Are there any variables there? Like their life or death, for instance. What if being alive or dead makes no difference to a moon? But that's so strange. Even immortal gods can die. Why would the moons alone be? Wait! Wait! I've got it! I've got it! If alive or dead is considered a variable, we might have had this wrong the whole time. No one ever said that a moon marrow initiates secondary process. Scan again, this time filtering out interfering perimeter. Moon marrow. Why? It said redo the scan. Narrow the results to living moons and real moons. No, scrap that. Narrow it down to moons that have lunar authority and remain alive. Why? Why is it still 3? What is this, Columbina? Has the world lied to us? Or are you the one pulling the wool over our eyes?
So?
Yes, it would also
in the messages she sent, Columbina
the fact that she's...
So you're saying...
Yes. I've been giving this... This could also...
Sounds like a plausible theory. The question is...
Hello? Listen up! This is extremely important. Not only is Columbina alive, but she may well exist in a form unimaginable to us. I'm still unclear on the details, but she's done something truly inconceivable in the past. And the clue to what she's done lies in the moon and Teyvat sky.
Truly amazing. Oh,
I'm sure we all feel the same. And I'm sure Columbina is ready to get back here and fight.
I'll keep my calculations going and try to find some way of coordinating with her. But that's not an excuse for everyone else to slack off, okay? All of you had better keep trying to think of solutions.
How can the dead moon still live? And Luanatar...
It's hard to believe that's what will...
Our authority is linked to the most fundamental rules of Teyvat.
I didn't realize that when you said friends, you meant people who live down in Teyvat. That's so lovely. I always...
Have you ever tried leaving this prison?
Of course. Between us, we've tried everything. But no matter where we go, this space will eventually bring us...
It's like the center of a whirlpool.
In that case, have you tried using any of those pathways that connect this space to the real...
Sorry?
They're passages through which you can make small-scale changes to reality by using Kuvaki. Or am I the only one who can use those passages?
Kuvaki.
You don't know? It's a unique kind of elemental energy found only in Nodcry.
Oh. Well, it's true that the moons first rose up from the part of Teyvat you say is called Nodcry. But there is no difference in the elemental energy between...
What?
Could you show us some of this Kuvaki?
Okay.
Isn't that just your power?
What? But it's everywhere in Nodcry. In the air, in the land. Even the creatures who live there have adapted to its influence.
How curious. This Kuvaki certainly did not exist anywhere in the world before we were in prison.
Let alone influence living creatures. So, how exactly does it affect them anyway? Can they float in the air?
This is so strange. Why would their reality differ so much?
Columbina, you're looking for more than just a way out of here.
Yes. If I am to help my friends, I will need tri-lunar authority on par with that of our...
You mean...
This sounds extremely risky. The Three Moons' powers are not mutually compatible. Concentrating them into one goddess will be a very painful process. And if anything goes wrong, it could tear you to pieces.
I know. But I'm willing to take that.
Even so, let's say we successfully transfer our authority to you. How will you take it outside this? Niblin constructed this realm specifically to prevent us. No moon goddess can leave this place.
What if I don't leave alive?
Where do we even start? How are we supposed to figure out what we...
Columbina? What do you need from us?
If she really got to the beginning of time in there, how do you think she'd leave us a message? You don't think she'd write it down on a stone tablet somewhere in the hopes that we'd find it, do you?
Seems unlikely. Columbina may not talk a lot, but she thinks deeply about issues like this.
Let's review what we know. This is the Columbina who fought alongside us against... She knows our personalities, our ways of doing things, even our unique strengths and... So, if she wanted to tell us something... Oh.
Traveler, you once said that those golden ripples also appeared when Luanatar was born. What if Columbina left Luanatar here, not just as an anchor to the real world, but for some other purpose? If she is part of Columbina, and Columbina knows that I can see past—
Oh yeah! Like when you peeked into Rarer's past through his heart.
Nefer, wait! If you're right about this, and you can really see past events through Luanatar, you—
Oh, I know. Looking at Rerir's past in Conria was already enough of a strain on my eyes. Looking this far back into the past, it'll surely blind me. But it's our only chance. This—
Boss.
We spoke about this one.
But...
What's wrong? I'd be overjoyed if I were you. This day's come a lot earlier than either of us expected. I need to know you'll honor our agreement.
Yes.
Are you sure you don't want—
What is there to think through? I should have—
And if you really—
Oh, please. All right.
All done.
Good. Come on then, little one. Show me what happened in the past.
Between the Trilunar Authority, Kuvaki, and the sole surviving moon, the Frost Moon. I think I might know how to get back. But I will need my sister's help. Time to go talk it over with them.
I hope it's not too dangerous. Come on.
It seems you have reached a I'm all ears.
Have you figured it out, Columbina? Tell us. How do you plan to leave this place?
I intend to die here, in this moment.
What? What are you... And how will you inform these future friends of your plans? You can't exactly leave oracles. Nothing can escape this place. Not a single ray of moonlight. And even if you found a way, what if they never find the message you left for them?
No, that won't happen.
Come again?
They will find my message.
I'm not following. How?
It's quite simple, really. First, I will leave my soul here.
I see it.
Your soul? You mean... you're...
Yes. I once left a portion of my soul in the future. One so small that this prison barely noticed any. In this very moment, she can resonate with my soul across time. When the time comes, I believe that she can serve as an anchor to pull my soul from here back to the future reality.
Just as gravity connects the world to the moon.
Exactly. In the future, where I came from, the moon has been cast beyond the false sky, but I can, in a similar way, I can feel a connection to the soul fragment I left.
But how do you just leave your soul here?
On my way here, I met an ordinary mortal who entered this place long before I did. Her body is long gone, but her soul remains. And before that, I encountered an old enemy whose entire soul survives here intact, while the power that once corrupted his body has faded.
So, perhaps this space is specifically designed to imprison divinity and authority.
Still, even if your body can escape, would it not just be a lifeless husk without the soul inside? Wait, is that what you meant when you said you wouldn't leave alive?
Yes. I shall turn my body into moonlight, and that power shall protect the land and quietly blend into it, awaiting my soul's return in the future. However, I cannot do this on my strength. I would need your help to do this. So I'm humbly asking for...
Oh, dear sister, you need not be so formal. As I said before, we are but remnants of a bygone. You, on the other hand, were born alone in that distant future, and you have walked a long and lonesome road since then. How could I bear to let your story end? Don't forget, we are your sisters, your family.
Arya's right. Actually, I've always wanted a little sister. Now, I finally get to be the big sis.
Canon?
I'm sorry. I know this is a bold request.
Oh, no, please. I was just thinking back on the years that you cannot imagine how happy I am to hear of the future world you describe. The Frost Moons for the three of us. If your plan can save them, and save not cry. Besides, the three of us have been together since the day we were born. I could never abandon them to live on alone without them.
Canon.
Still, I do have one question I would like.
Certainly.
Why do you cover your eyes?
Yeah, I was curious about that too. But it seemed personal, so I didn't want...
There was a time when I refused to look upon the world. I believed it was full of nothing but lies and false. I wished to hide my feelings, seal my heart, until I could return to my true home.
I see. Perhaps that decision saved you from ever having to see the false sky again. But at the same time, you likely missed out on many true and precious things. Like the smiles. Promise me this, Columbina. When you return to the future, open your eyes, take a look at the world around you, and see your friend. I'm sure that you know this already, given that you long to return. But that is your true home. Give me your hand, Columbina. Arya, son.
Okay.
All right.
We once were the songs sung for eternity.
We once were the tides in the great river of...
We were the messengers of madness and inspiration. But now, the lies have faded, and your truth must endure.
We are souls awaiting the sun. You must return to be... Yes. From this moment on, she is the Tri-Lune Goddess, the one and only moon goddess of this world.
Thank you. Thank you, my sisters.
Now go, and do what you believe is right, Columbina Hyposelenia.
Be aware that we cannot grant you the power of the three moons beyond these prison walls. The conflict that arose over their remains following our...
I understand.
Sisters! Oh, my body... It feels...
Now that we have given up our power and authority, our bodies are merely mortal shells. This prison is dissolving them as we...
It's okay, Sonnet. The end must come for every god, just as it does for every human. That's all this is. The final destination of our lives.
We have one final request. Could you use the Three Moons' power to send us back into the real world now that we have lost our powers? I doubt this. It's just... we would like to spend our final moments together in the only place we ever called home.
Of course. Sonnet. Don't... I wish I could tell her not to give in to the abyss. Not to be afraid. But is this really what I should say at this moment? Don't forget. I'm so glad. I'm okay. It looks like this is goodbye, sisters.
Goodbye, Columbina.
Take care of this world in our stead.
I will. And now, it's time for me to bid farewell to... May it become the moonlight. So this is why Notcry was not always home to Kuvak. It only appeared after I poured my body out upon this land. And only this land. Kuvaki responds to me because... it is... And the golden energy I've encountered on my way here was, in fact, that very soul. O power Triloon, eternal moonlight. I, Columbina Hyposelenia, lay aside my body. Let it be cast into the dark night to illuminate the future. May it be a companion to all who dwell beneath the moon. Until the time comes for me to return home.
That was crazy! Were we even allowed? Can you still see?
I see 2 fingers.
Truly astounding, Miss Nefer. Your eyes have glimpsed the very ends of the world, and yet they remain as sharp as ever. Or is the credit for this miracle due to Miss Lauma?
Surely you jest, Mr. Flynn. I suspect we have Columbina to thank. She must... There is always a great price to...
She chose the perfect method of getting a message to us. Though her eyes were always shut, she was clearly so perceptive. She knows us well. She knew exactly how we would think and what we would try. Despite being separated by time and space, we're seeing the same possibilities and seizing the same opportunity.
We still don't even know if she's okay right now. But as long as there's a chance, we can do something.
I'll get you back somehow.
Well, based on the information we now have.
Thanks to these the civilian...
Miss Androne.
So far, so good.
There's still a long road.
Our plan is clear.
There's just...
All right, we'll do our part too.
Yeah.
Albedo's theory says that elemental energy can dilute the... But I'm no expert in building elemental defenses. Sounds like something out of the advanced elemental theory section of the library. Whew.
You seem quite troubled.
Well, yeah. I mean, who doesn't get a little...
You were the very picture of confidence back when you approached that...
Yeah, I could have been faking it through that whole meeting for all you know. Who's just...
Oh gosh, really? I'm so sorry, I had no idea. What?
Still, I was much more in my comfort zone than I am here. At least in Mondstadt, you can cry for help from a cliff top and actually stand a chance of summoning Barbados himself. Things have never looked bleaker than they do now. If we don't pull this off, Teyvat's doomed, isn't it?
Oh, you think so? Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Teyvat has faced annihilation many times in the past, but it also gave us you.
Hey, don't give me that. It's not like I'm anyone special.
I disagree. Every human born in this world is special. We angels have always believed that.
In that case, this humble human being has a big
I thought you might say that.
I'm sure Alice, in her great wisdom, sent you here precisely to help us in this difficult time.
Well, that has less to do with her wisdom and more to do with my power.
Of course, of course. Well, the thing is, these elemental defenses we're about to build, I don't think it's a question of if they'll fail, but when. Durin's findings from his patrols make it clear that Dottore is it's not realistic to completely stop him encroaching on the rest of Nagrai. Rather, if Miss Sandroni's calculations are correct, well, they're the closest thing to certain. Anyway, her calculations suggest that it's up to us to slow Dottore's
Are you asking me to help you with building the defensive?
No. I'd like you to prepare for what comes next. When he eventually reaches us, we will have to fight him. You were an angel once and a mage now. I'm asking you to lend us your protection.
Oh. Can I take it that you're triggering the terms you fought for during our
Well, technically those terms were about protecting Mondstadt. But if you're happy to agree to the change in location, then yes.
You're cashing in on this much sooner than I'd imagined.
Well, yeah. The way things are going, I might not get another chance.
Very well. The mages have heard the knight's plea, and we will respond. To tell the truth, Alice and I had already discussed how we might help you all, so I didn't come empty-handed. I always liked...
This is... wow. Yeah. This...
It's been many long years. Anyway, Knight of Boreas, go now. May the angel's blessing deliver you safely to your death.